Hello, and the day will continue with Graven. The familiar scent of freshly opened card packs and the soft hum of the air conditioning greet me as I enter the store. The glass display case with expensive cards gleams under the fluorescent lights. A few slots are empty. I'll probably have to replace them later. How are you, Jules? Perpetually sorting cards. So, good. How are you? You know, hanging on somehow. Hug? Yes, please. She hugs me tight. Her fur is always nicely trimmed and, without fail, always perfumed. She's wearing earrings today. Something's off, but not enough to warrant actual worry. Maybe she's going through one of her bad moods today. The mirror might not have shown her what she wanted to see this morning. This is the thing that makes us all tick one way or the other. This constant struggle we all have within ourselves. It doesn't always show in the most obvious ways, and a lot of folk don't give two craps about what others think or feel. Had I not known this one feels, well, had I not known this one thing about Jules, I might have prated on and on about how silly I feel. I sometimes overdo it, and while I am acutely aware of that now, all times I am more than entitled to be that way. I choose not to. She's going through stuff and maybe I can just say something else. Bold earring choice today. Did you get those from the convention? Oh. Actually, my mom gave them to me. That's nice. You don't have to worry about saying that kind of stuff around me. It would be physically and mentally impossible not to feel bad about it, Rowan. I know that saying that word could be a trigger for you. No, I'm not assuming anything about you. I'm just being careful around my friend. I'm allowed to worry about you, aren't I? It's good to know you're by my side. She's wiggling her ears. Something somewhat important's coming. Not enough movement for that. Did you see the finals? I mean, I know you might not have been in the mood. Nah, I totally wanted to check it out. Winter fatigue. So lame. Right? It's like that now, sadly. It's like that now, sadly. New cards bring in new messed up strategies. The dude did win worlds with that messed up strategy. But is that a real win? The money in his pocket might have something to say about that. That's something I can't disagree with. The door of the store opens rather brashly. We look at that. It's that bear again. Small world, I guess. So, of course, I have to immediately turn around and rush up to the stairs to the play area. It's been a few minutes and I peek from upstairs to see if he's gone already. Jules is taking her time talking to him, going through all the products he might be interested in. He's not going to start coming here. No way. Oh, he's getting that kid stuff. He has kids? Weird. Seems a bit young for that, but who knows? Maybe his wife passed away. Damn. Maybe that's why he's in therapy. Well, that's something to ruin anyone's day. He's leaving with 2 boxes. Jules noticed me peeking. She's going to poke me 4 questions once I go back downstairs. I can't use my key to get out through the emergency exit. Come on, Rowan. Gig well. How lame am I? Where did that guy get? You already saw what he got, skulking around on the top floor. Yeah. Did he say why? Birthday gift for 2 kids. So he is or was married? So he is or was married? Nope. He pulled his tongue all the way out. It's what I do best. The gift is for someone's kids. Family, friends of the family, or friends of someone's family. Didn't really get what he meant, or I had some brain freeze when I felt his musk. Not cool, bro. Ever heard of Sowers? He goes to therapy right after me. Oh shit. Rowan, I didn't mean to make fun of him. Rowan, I didn't mean to make fun of him that way. Had I known. I'm sorry. That was rude of me. It's not like I know him or anything. It's okay. You didn't know. And I did bathe, so maybe he could too. I mean, it's not that difficult. You think he's one of our regulars? At least our regulars use the spray can we left in the bathroom. Barely, okay? Spill. Why did you instantly evaporate when the bear guy came in? I kinda had an awkward encounter with him the other day. So you thought that rushing upstairs is not going to be awkward at all, right? Why didn't you say hello or something resembling that? Like maybe looking at him at least? Me? Say hello? To a stranger? You gotta work on that. I know you're capable of doing it with everyone here. It's different here. It's like there's a role we all have here. The customer asks, and I answer. We both know what it is about, and there's nothing else hanging around. But with a stranger, too many unknowns. I don't know what my role is. To be good folk, to just have small talk. I managed to say excuse me when he saw me staring at him. That's gotta count for something. Staring? I see. It's not like that. Not at all. He seems like he's going through the exact same shit I am going through. She's wiggling her ears again. But this time her face darkens just enough to give me an uneasy feeling of what might come next. Whatever it is, I'd rather not. Rowan, I need to ask straight up. Can I talk to you like this now? Is it okay? I don't want to act like nothing's happened. Why did you have to go and ruin this chat, Jules? I didn't mean to. I just want to know what you're comfortable with. Since when? That's not cool. You know I care about you. I know. I'm sorry. I'm not myself. That's why I ask. I don't want to be a reason for you to feel bad. You got enough on your plate as it is, and I'm sorry I couldn't be there for you at the funeral. I told you too many times already that it's fine. You had a good reason for it. Unlike Spade, that was definitely not cool of him. Telling you he'd come then, not show up. That's what drunk people do. Talk shit, and then when they're called out for it, they vanish. Forget about that guy. He's useless. I wish I could forget about my idiot brother, too. Funny how they share the same name. We've talked about it before, but maybe there's like a thing that folk named Spade are just a tiny bit on the city side. Honestly, that's a valid theory although I only know two. You should have been there with me at the convention. Next time. Next time. You're wiggling again. What now? So I was thinking, maybe I can deal with all of this for the next weeks. Maybe this month is not going to be that hardcore. You could take a few extra days off to get some stuff sorted out better. I need the money. I can't afford not to work. Did I say anything about not paying you? That's... Jules, that's really nice of you. You're making me feel all sorts of stuff. Just come in on the weekends. Take the time during the week to figure everything else out. Yeah, sure. Thanks a lot. Okay. I'm going back to sorting cards. Message me if you need anything. And see you on the weekend. Hug. Come here, you. She's always so nice. I almost lost my cool there for a second, but I think it went well. I know she's making a point about talking to our customers, but not being able to talk to anyone else. I guess it's because I feel in control of the conversation and control of the location. That it's safe when I'm at the store, and that I can always get out of a conversation I don't like with a customer. I also have the last word if it comes to it. My tongue always twists itself when I talk to someone random. And if by chance I even like the folk, I say the dumbest shit ever. Oh well. I'm sure I can avoid being an idiot if I don't stare at that bear again. It's not hard to do since he's always busy with that painting. Hello. Leaving already? Yeah, I want to go home and chill for the night. But you've got time for a game though, right? Here's your deck. It's a trap. Oh no, that deck again. Can you not? I can always play Joel's deck. Never mind again, I'm good. Nobody's here. I know I'm a bit early, but aside from the clerk, there's nobody around. Good morning. Is Mr. Bastier in today? Good morning. Is Miss Bastier in today? Good morning. No, she isn't. We sent out an email and text via phone to everyone for the day. Apparently there wasn't a spam text. I must have not checked my messages. Really sorry you had to come all the way here then. No, it's fine. It's my bad. Still chat. I'm off then. Bye. Enjoy your day. You too. Well, that's stupid. What a waste of time. With the construction work going on, I gotta wait an hour for the next bus. It's too awkward to go sit in that lobby. Maybe there's a restaurant around. Hopefully they have some sort of breakfast offer. I could go for some eggs and a cup of tea. Maybe corn too, if I'm lucky. The restaurant's empty enough at this time of the day. A rustic approach to their decorations, but the smell of food wafts through the air beckons me to check out the menu there. I grab a seat at an empty booth and flip the sticky, laminated one-page menu. Lucky. They have corn, yums, all for the affordable price of that bear. He's probably also here because he can't read text. There aren't many folk around this time of day inside here, so as he's scanning for free tables, I'm the first thing he pays attention to once his eyes meet mine. The waitress brings me my food, and as if there isn't already uncomfortable enough for me, and as if this isn't uncomfortable enough for me, my paw, for whatever confounding reason, decides to wave at the bear. I know I did it, but it happened so fast that my brain couldn't get in the way to stop me. I placed my paw down again in a hurry, staring directly at my food. When I look up, the bear's checking behind him if I might have waved at someone else. Unfortunately, there's no one, so he makes his way to my table, counting again. 1 step, 2. 1 step, 2. 1. Good morning. Good morning. My face is doing something it hasn't done in a long time. I turn my smile back into a more impartial look, but the edges of my mouth don't want to listen to what I need them to do. I bounce just the tiniest bit to move my tail underneath me so that it stops wiggling. He must think I'm some sort of unstable type of guy. We're both in therapy, so maybe he's going to ignore my peculiarities. How much is that? It looks good. It's actually surprisingly affordable. 2 cents. That's a bargain. I'll get 2 of them then. He's acting like when I saw him in that supermarket parking lot. He's all smiles again as he laughs at what he just said. The waitress shows up again, and he orders the same breakfast, but asks for it to be a double and adds a still water as well. If I want to keep this up. He slaps his belly, pushing it out so that I notice how big it can get. I need to eat a bunch. Real way of introducing oneself. He's laughing again, but this time it's way more uncomfortable than the last one. I flash a quick smile, then stare back at my food. Whatever possessed me a second ago, when the waitress brought my food is now gone. I can barely look at the bear, and it seems he's waiting for me to say something. He's not Jules, Chobi, or Cosmin. I don't talk to strangers. I reach for the fork, but my paw is trembling, so I set it on the table next to the cutlery, tugging on the napkin. It's uncomfortable. All of it is. His presence, my food, the table, my tail. Why the fuck did I wave at him? So, he didn't get a message either. He's talking to me, but I can't get my head to move up to say something back. I have my issues, sure, but this is a lot more than they should be. I never freeze as hard as I am right now. My anxiety is blasting throughout my brain, getting me all worked up about all the positive scenarios that might come out of this mess. I hear the sound of Bear's chair scrape the floor. You're leaving? Of all the possible things to say, why did I have to sound like the most pathetic folk of all time? Here's the food. I brought you your tea as well. I managed to look up, after what seemed like eons trapped, staring at my breakfast. I'll never be able to forget the shape of these eggs and corn after staring so intently at them. The bear moved his chair to make way for the waitress, although he didn't need to. There's enough space for her to move around, but he immediately moved away. Is there anything else? She's looking at me as she's grabbing the menu off the table. No, thank you. Words. Yes. Use words. I'm good. Thanks. The waitress leaves our table, and just as I want to dive back into my freeze again, the bear speaks up. I thought you were waving at someone else. I wasn't sure if you wanted company or not. He's cutting up his eggs and stuffing them in his mouth while still talking to me. You're the guy who goes in before me. The loony bin. The loony bin. Well, isn't it? But it's not about that at all. It's funny though. Funny. Messed up much, bear guy. I don't think it's funny. Nah, I didn't mean it like that. You know what I meant, right? I didn't mean it like that. He's just as paranoid as I am, but with the added forced jokes and big fake smiles. I lift my head up and grab the cutlery to start eating as well. The food's gone a bit cold. I kind of take it seriously. Not everyone can smile about past experiences. I'm not smiling now either, am I? The stiffest voice, tone, and demeanor is so sudden that I look him straight in the eyes as if he's demanding it of me. Empty, dark blue eyes. So damn empty that if I were to fall in them, I would never reach the bottom. All I wanted to say is that, don't worry about it. I know what you meant. It was a rotten thing for me to say anyway. Rotten? Yeah, rotten. Who talks like that nowadays? Me? Obviously, but that's so outdated. Who says rotten? Me. We're both eating in silence and my smile doesn't want to go away. I am smiling. Huh? Like an actual smile. Not this half-baked sketch I had to force on my face for too long. I broke out of my block of ice for sure, for once. And without anyone around like Jules or Toby to help out. I knew personal best. I'm Ben, by the way. Benjamin? Benny? Just Ben. Oh, right. I'm Rowan. Nice to meet you. So what do you mean by... So what do you mean? So, what do you do, Rowan? I work at a TCG, sir. Oh, I thought I recognized you from somewhere else other than that loony bin. Sorry. Therapy. You were at the store? Quinsley. I hope he doesn't call me out on it. I thought you saw me when I went in. Looked straight at me. There are plenty of big guys who come through that door. Not as big as this. He's puffing out his chest and belly again, putting his arms out close to the edges of the table and smiling at me. Either he's in a very good mood or he's extremely good at faking it. Or maybe he's like this most of the time. I don't know him at all, really. Aside from his short bursts of anger, there's not much else I noticed. But you remember me. Well, but you would remember me, wouldn't you? Okay, weird and awkward. What does he want me to say here? This feels so strange that way he put it. That's such an interesting question to ask someone you just met. Of course. That made him go back to his plate, chopping on the long bits of bacon next to his eggs. He is just as messed up as I am. I can't honestly believe this is his actual normal. I may be weird about a few things myself, but this entire experience with my mom passing away has made all my feelings explode exponential proportions. While we're all different, I believe that most of our basic reactions and responses are still rooted in the same primal form our long-gone ancient elders had. We still as basic as them in many aspects. So what are you up to today? He's coming on strong with all the personal questions. I get he might think we're some kindred souls, just as I thought when I saw his eyes, but it's just awkward now. I'm not feeling it at all, and I kinda want to leave. I stuff my mouth with food, waving to him like I need time to finish my food before I answer. But as soon as I'm done with the food, I don't waste another second. Sorry, I didn't check the time. I need to be somewhere already. It was nice chatting with you. See you around. Yeah, see ya. With that, I'm back in my block of ice. I get up in a hurry and don't look back. I stuff enough money into waitresses' paws and pace out of the restaurant. I feel bad about how I jumped ship there, but he was making me feel too uncomfortable. It's like going on a dating app. You scroll through hundreds of profiles. It's just a lottery at the end. You may or may not pick some crazy folk who are going to be awkward as hell when you meet face to face. There's no real difference when you meet people in real life either. I take another look at the table and see the bear with his head resting in his paw, poking at the leftover food. Where he's going now? He put on the country track on that jukebox outside in the corner. Of course it's country. He was giving off hillbilly vibes, trying to cover up his accent anyway. He still hasn't touched his glass of water. I leave the restaurant and look back in through the window again towards my table. He's just looking to the waitress again, signaling two with his fingers. What the fuck am I doing spying on him? I'm creeping myself out, and I literally just left because I thought that bear was creeping me out. Well, it's definitely my cue to leave. Mom would have told me to at least finish the conversation properly, though. This isn't sitting well with me now that I think about it. But I can't do much anymore at this point. I just hope that stupid 70 bus is going to show up soon. What's in my post box? This shit again? Just fucking quit it already. My whiskers are frozen. I hate this weather. The ocean's whims are fickle when it comes to what kind of weather we get here in Kazoo, but this is ridiculous. Way too much snow for this time of season. I gotta get some food today. Maybe prepare a bed for the week. I feel like I should go back to work. I need to keep myself busy with something other than playing games. If I continue being a couch potato, I might as well grow roots here and never leave. Maybe cleaning a bit of my flat should come first, though. Or maybe not. I can do this stuff later. What's more important is to wash some of my clothes. Yeah, that's good. That's useful. While I wait for them to wash, I'll check my messages online. And the day is gone again. Damn it. I didn't even take out my clothes from the washing machine. They must stink now of stale water. Fuck. I hate this. This stupid game keeps dragging me back in. But I did get a huge amount of XP this session. At least I don't have to think about her while I'm stuck grinding for items. I need to talk to a therapist about this. But for now, I gotta hang those clothes out to dry. Fuck. I didn't get any food. This is bad. Everything's closed already around this area. The only place open is that all-nighter with stupidly overpriced shit. Damn it. This constant need to eat is so cumbersome. Wouldn't it be great if I didn't need to? Why do I keep doing this to myself? Fuck. It's a brand new day, so I can leave the nightmares behind. At least until later tonight again. Good day. Good day to you too. Do you want to do some sorting today? Or would you like to pack orders instead? Either of those sound good to me. Alright, how about you pack some stuff so we can sip it out later? On it. It's been an hour already. Placing boxes in boxes, labeling the box, and placing it on top of other labeled boxes. This is somewhat therapeutic. Hello. Hey there, Toby. I texted you that I'm coming over. Sorry. Was trapped with a ton of orders here. Always good to see my favorite nerd cave doing well. Hey, that's my store you're talking about. And such a lovely store is. Fine, you are forgiven. Do you have time for a game? Or is a mean old kitty keeping you chained to the desk? I don't know. Jules, can I play one? Go for it. But play upstairs. I don't care for distractions right now. Thanks. Thank you, Jules. Why are you thanking me? Always good to see you be more lenient to your loyal subjects. Am I not always the nicest of all the rulers and all the realms? Of course you are, my liege. I grab my deck box while we all chuckle, and just as I'm going up the stairs, the door to the store opens, and lo and behold, that bear is back. Benjamin is back. I wonder if he'd snap at me again if I called him that. He has the 2 boxes he got last time with him. I push into Chubby, skipping up the stairs out of sight. Excited till you lose? Huh, not gonna happen. I really hope that my awkward encounter with Ben didn't make him want to return the items to the store. He can't be that petty. At least I hope he isn't. Toby and I line up our cards on the table and start the game. The problem is that I can't really focus at all. There are a few folk around also playing, and they're being unusually loud today. Hey, keep it down, will you? Sorry, Rowan. Toby leans in for a whisper. You okay? You just snapped at those folk for no reason. What do you mean for no reason? They were practically screaming. No, they weren't. Maybe we shouldn't play anymore. You've been bundling your blocks since we started. Something's off with you. As if you wouldn't know how proper blocking looks like. Hey now. No need to say stuff like that. What the fuck is wrong with me? Why am I lashing out at Chubby? He's been nothing but nice. He's currently kicking my ass. He's currently kicking my ass. Oh, I know exactly what the problem is. It's that stupid bear. He keeps making me lose my shit every time I see him. He probably asked about me and told Jules that I'm some weird guy whom he just tried to be nice to, and I ran away like the coward that I am. Fuck that guy. Sorry. I think I'm not in the mood to play after all. It's fine. I'll drop by next week. I have to work a lot the rest of the week, and I only found a few hours today. Oh, now I feel like shit for ruining this. Note, we've got plenty of time to play again. Sometimes I wonder how much time I lost just by playing. Nothing compared to how much I play online anyway. But it's always playing. I waste time doing something that's useless. What are you spacing out about? How we lose time by playing card games. Is it useless now? So first off, keep it down. Working in a store like this and telling people that they're wasting their lives here isn't a smart move. Secondly, what's the difference between playing and doing anything else? You know, it doesn't matter in the end, because we're all going to fucking die. We're all different. It's about how we enjoy spending time. It gets spent anyway. I choose to spend it today with you playing a game. That's just as good as anything else. You're right. I start apologizing. Otherwise, Jules is going to whip one of my ears off. Yes, it will. I brought out a lame excuse to customers to go back downstairs with Toby. That bear is gone and Jules is placing the boxes he left back into the white cells. Did that guy just return these? He did, yes. But he wanted something else. Apparently those kids already have these, so he wanted to exchange for anything else. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Of course it makes sense. Why did you think he was here? No reason. You're always lying. Do you know that guy from somewhere? He goes to the same therapy place as me. So something did happen between you two. It did, didn't it? They're both looking at me, expecting a specific answer, and I really hate being put on the spot. We talked. May our Lord of Fur be praised. I pray for you, Rowan, that this might happen. You guys are blowing this way out of proportion. I just talked to him. Wait, you actually pray for me? Well, I believe in the third one, and I follow the teachings, so I prayed for you, yes. Thank you. I didn't know. It's the least I could do. But I just talked to that guy, nothing else. So why didn't you talk to him again when he came in? You scurried away the moment you saw him. I kind of scurried away the last time we talked as well. You need to work on your exits, Rowan. Sometimes you leave a bit abruptly. I know. But you guys don't have this thing inside yourselves. I get really uncomfortable at times and it becomes too overwhelming to deal with. So I need to leave. But you know nothing would happen if you stayed, right? That's not true. I can't take it, so I have a panic attack, and then so I can't take it, so I have a panic attack and act weird. Way weirder than you usually know me. That's saying something, right? Weird? No idea what you're talking about. Thanks. Hey, focus. She's snapping her fingers in the air, demanding answers. What did you do to that bear? Nothing. The therapist canceled and I went to eat at a nearby restaurant while I waited for my bus. Ben came in and first name basis, interesting. Stop it, Jules. As I was saying, the bear came in and I waved at him. Both of my friends were giddy with their reactions to my apparent success in seeking attention. I'm not comfortable with how they're acting, but maybe they're right to celebrate like that. I'm surprised myself that I managed to wave at Ben. You actually waved, though, like you weren't swatting a bug away or something. It was an honest wave. He even looked behind to check if I waved at him. Cute. Yes, very cute indeed. You can both stop now. I waved. He came over and we talked. I scurried away because I lost the nerve to talk to him any longer. And I spied on him through the window after I felt the restaurant. So just another regular day for you. You're so funny, aren't you? You have to admit that this story has you written all over it. Maybe. Anyway, he was awkward as hell, though. Kept pushing with his questions. Such as, like, so what do you do? Or, so what are you up to today? That's just small talk. He was being polite. I don't know. Do you usually ask people you just met stuff like that? Or flex your gut and chest at the table? Okay, that's a bit out there. Literally. Fine. That's one a bit off, but otherwise his questions were as harmless as they come. Did you at least exit decently? I think so. I mean, I didn't exactly explain myself. Oh, Owen. I kind of did. I lied, but I did throw out an explanation. Kinda. I don't know if he bought it. It's not about buying it or not. She's taking her time with this one, and the ears again. I look at Toby, who's also smiling, waiting for whatever comes next. I look at Toby, who's also smiling, waiting for whatever comes next. I think you should apologize to him. You should come clean and tell him you left because you weren't feeling well. Which is true to some extent. Slow down just a little bit. Why are you both acting like he's my boyfriend or something? We literally only talked once. And have you seen he's twice as big as me? He could split me in half like a twig. But we all know you wouldn't mind at all, so Toby can't stop snickering at the remark. Plus, pious he might be. Well, however pious he might be, he's still a joker somewhere underneath all that. Oh, my lord. You did not just say that. Oh, sus. You know I'm right. Anyway, as I was saying, it's all about being decent folk. Is that right, Mom? You left him at that restaurant after inviting him to your table. Do you think that's a nice thing to do? Sorry, you're right. I'll make sure to mention it to that guy if I see him again. You mean when you see him again? I'll probably see him at the therapist soon. If she comes back from wherever she disappeared to, just make sure to not be super duper awkward when you apologize to the bear guy. I'll be fine. I'm going to do my best to not say anything stupid. You know I didn't mean it like that. I know. It's okay. I got what you both wanted to say. That's great. Anyway, I'm heading off then. Let's see if we can get a few games for next week. Sure, Toby. See you. Should it be Rowan? Should it be Rowan's name here in his face? Bye. I'm gonna head off too, if that's fine with you, Jules. It's only half an hour till closing time anyway. Just take the shipments you did today to the post office. That's all. Thank you. Of course. Talk soon. Have a good evening. And a good evening to you too. I grab the packages and head to the post office. They're kind of white about me. I tend to isolate myself under the pretense that I am taking time for myself. And it's not even since this thing with my mom. It's way older than that. I keep running away from socializing if I can. I use most excuses not to go somewhere or do anything that's out of my ordinary. I have failed to create a social circle for myself outside of work. Toby's nice and all, so is Jules, but that's about it when it comes to folk I spend my time with, in or out of the shop. There's Cosmin too, but that's almost always on only phone calls. That's usually a bit sad. Gonna stop right here. So, like that part right there at the very end there, he doesn't socialize with people he doesn't know. He's very much to himself, and he's so much, he's so much of a person that is so isolated that he sort of takes, the usual polite ways like, hello, how are you? What are you doing today? He takes all that as being awkward, even though the person was just being polite and acknowledging that you exist. Now, that part about, that bear flexing his belly and all that stuff. Okay, but yeah, that's awkward, but yeah. But he still will have, the MC, he still will have considered it awkward even without that. Just the fact that somebody said something to him polite and the usual greeting and all that, that would be awkward to him. So he certainly doesn't have any social skills. But if he's not working, he doesn't. I mean, he seems to be okay with work. People at work, because that's kind of what's expected of him. It's this difference between being social at work and being social on your own time. You know what to say and what to do with customers when you're on a job. When you're not on a job and you're out on your free time, just you, that's different. Because there's not really rigid rules like at work. So you really don't know how to greet people, like if you're like in the MC's situation. Alright, so yes, it's sad his mother's dead, but he does at least have some friends. A lot of people who are grieving over their parents being dead, they don't even have friends. It's just them. They're all by themselves. Their parents are dead. Their brothers and sisters don't deal with them. So, at least Rowan, the MC, at least he has some friends to talk about his issues. And he has a great boss. Many bosses are not like her. They don't care about your situation. They just expect you to work, or they may give you a little bit of something, a little bit of mourning, but that's about it. They don't really try to give you more time to mourn. They just do what's required of them when you've lost somebody, and that's about it. They don't care about you and your situation. But fortunately for Rowan, he has a great boss who cares about him and is willing to give him time that he needs to mourn and grieve and to get used to his new life without his mother. So he only gets to work on weekends, and he gets to spend the middle of the week grieving and going to therapy. So that's nice of his boss. So we'll continue with Graven next time. Thank you all very much for watching. Goodbye. Can't speak. Like my mouth just gets dry and it makes me trip on words. Anyway, thanks for watching.